Dubli man ang mga bata, pasakitan nila, bunaran pa ang kuan, tubo niya, gidauban pa daw. Nasal akong anak ko Magikatilo sa bisag buno na lang sa ako. Ngayon tao ang nagpasipa. Luhi ka akong anak ko. Luhi pinakadakotong abutan. Hindi ko magdaw ngayon nanang. Itapos akong anak. Hindi mga ito magig-away. Ito na panahon pag ulit na ako din. Nagigda kong katre. Nanawag yun siya sa ako. Asil nga, katulog yun siya nanawag. Klaro kayong damgo na ako nga. Nay!
Nay! Nay!
Nay! Nay! Uwi na ako nga. Ju! Ju! Katulog na akong itawag siya. Ju!
Sakitid kayo. Sakit kay amo isa-isa sa amo pagkuan, pahuna-huna. Kanong gipatay man ang amo ang gikuan ang igsoon nga may sa ato. Looy baya, di ako gisuon gipatay. May sara nila ba?
Gibati na ako niya itong nakadaog mi atong promulgation dito jud sa Manila. Nag-ingon ko nga kulang ang akong kalipay nga nadawat tungod kay ang gusto na ako nga makita gyud na ako nga akong anak bisag bukog na lang or abog makita gyud na ako siya. Mo nang ningangyo ko nga kung kinsa man ang uban pa nga mga ahensya nga makatabang sa amo, hinautong-tahan nga motabang gyud sila kay para makadaog gyud ang kaso namo, makabalos na ang mga sundalo.
The PICOP 6 case is unique in the sense that it achieved a landmark victory in court with the conviction of the accused Army Corporal as accomplice to the crime of kidnapping and serious illegal detention of the 6 paper factory workers. But what is more important actually is the conviction of the principals, the military men and members of the 62nd Infantry Battalion. Now, they have filed a case before the Office of the Prosecutor in Agusan del Sur for multiple murder, serious illegal detention, coercion, and torture. These are existing crimes punishable under the revised penal code. However, not one of these crimes captures all the essential elements of enforced disappearance, especially the element of concealment of the fate and whereabouts of the victim. So, enforced disappearance is enforced disappearance. It is not kidnapping and serious illegal detention. Well, it is not enough that the perpetrators of the existing cases of disappearances are brought to court, brought to justice. What is more important is for the phenomenon of enforced disappearance to end. So it is very important that government implements measures or mechanisms that would prevent the commission of enforced disappearances. Now here lies the importance of a domestic legislation that clearly defines and penalizes enforced disappearance. It is high time that we call a spade a spade. It is high time that we call the offense of enforced disappearance a crime of enforced disappearance. Call it by its appropriate name. We should not call it kidnapping or arbitrary detention or serious illegal detention, not even murder. So, FIND strongly urges the Aquino government to immediately enact the anti-disappearance bill into law.
the report of the United Nations Working Group on Enforced or Involuntary Disappearances, there are 100 countries which have outstanding cases of enforced disappearances. 27 of these countries are from Asia, and in recent years, Asia is the continent which submitted the most number of cases to the Working Group on Enforced Disappearances. And the Philippines is one of these Asian countries which have outstanding cases of enforced disappearances. It is for this reason that in 2006, the United Nations General Assembly adopted the United Nations Convention for the Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearance. This international treaty stems from the true-to-life experiences of organizations of families of the disappeared. First from Latin America during the dictatorship, and then later the problem of enforced disappearance spread throughout the world. So other organizations of families of the disappeared from other continents also organized themselves. They joined the process, the drafting and negotiation process at the United Nations by the then Intersessional Working Group to elaborate a draft legally binding normative instrument for the protection of all persons from enforced or involuntary disappearances. The convention was adopted in 2006 by the General Assembly of the United Nations without a vote, and it has already been signed by 83 states and ratified by 18 states. And for it to enter into force, it needs 2 more ratifications. So one of the provisions of the convention is the codification of the offense. So, which means that governments, states that ratify the convention are obliged to enact national laws that criminalize enforced disappearances. So because of the regional phenomenon of disappearances, the Asian Federation Against Involuntary Disappearances was established in 1998, 12 years ago, to respond to this global and regional phenomenon. So it's very important that we work together with similar formations in other parts of Asia and in other parts of the world in order to have a strong impact before the international community, considering that this is a global offense, this is a crime against humanity which should never be repeated in our history.
Kana din mo na yung headquarters o rejorom. Kato dito headquarters admin. Kini din hindi pita PX, muni PX din Dire ko nakadungog sa pag-ingon ni kuan nga pag-instruction batalyon commander nga kuan kini ing ana ang himuon kay dire mo PX. Nya dito nila gipatay, diha nila gipatay unya giguyo dire gitapok. Dinhi nilagay lubong for the meantime kini dinhi tungod ang kapayas dire ngari anhi dinhi agiana namo didto ngadto direkta bijokihan kini dinhi gitapok nila tong mga patay dinhi kita usa gi kuan gidispatchar dito rapid kapita iugdok ka Tumla taksa.
Namo nga masilutan jud to tanan ang nagpatay sa among mga anak kadtong nagbunan pang silutan jud to sila dili mi magdawat nga ingon magbayad
amo do nga nalipay mi nga mo na yo rag kulang pag ito kay kadtong nga bonal gid sa tubo. Naa pa man nagserbisyo pa man. Oh, mo na nga kuan pa ko ng kaso para kuang itong tinuod nga nagkuhan. Patay ito sa ila.
Di ba kung may kunali karon ug wala may tabo itong mataa? Karon nagpuyo ko ano nga nag-inusara din sa akong pagalingon. Isang patay na itong akong misis, munin na ng mga magulang. Kaya mo man to'y musuplagar sa kuha. Mo man to'y abagan ako. Mo to'y iguan ako nga makalutaw ang justisya. Ako ipangandoy.